the call to change. Why most habits fail without the soul. There are moments, terribly quiet, like the hush before snow, when a person stares at their own calendar and feels nothing. All the boxes filled, all the goals named, all the habits charted in ink, yet still the call to change. Why most habits fail without the soul. Emptiness. The call to change. Why most habits fail without the soul. A gnawing sense that despite all this noise of progress, something essential has been forgotten. Not a task, the call to change. Why most habits fail without the soul? A truth. Ah, how bitter it is to fail oneself, not from laziness, but from a deeper, more aching misalignment. Why? One might cry in the stillness of an unlit room. Do I keep betraying myself? Now come with me, if you will, to a village shrouded in mist, where a boy once planted rows of seeds. He rose with dawn, poured water daily, measured soil, counted sun hours. He followed every rule from the parchment of experts, and yet nothing bloomed. Day after day, he tended lifeless earth, until one night by firelight, the old village elder whispered with a knowing smile, "You planted on borrowed soil, not your own." You see, dear listener, the failure of most habits is not in their difficulty, but in their origin. They begin not with soul, but with spectacle. Not with the quiet yearning of our inner compass, but with the glittering prescriptions of strangers. They promise much, these glossy blueprints. Better bodies, sharper minds, tidier lives. But without telos, that ancient Greek whisper of inner purpose. They falter, and when they falter, they wound. A habit, if it is to endure, must not be dragged behind us like a burden, but emerge from within us like breath. It must be ours, in rhythm, in value, in essence. The Confucians called it yi, righteousness born not from rules, but from harmony with one's own moral intuition. When we align our days with what our soul quietly knows to be good, we move not in rebellion against ourselves, but in accord. So ask yourself, gently but firmly, what have you been forcing that never belonged to you? What habit did you adopt because it looked noble from afar but felt hollow up close? Was it the early rising, the cold plunges, the silence you mistook for peace? And now, dear one, what calls to you not loudly but softly? What rhythm suits your strange and singular spirit? Begin there. Plant not where the experts point, but where your roots can drink. And in our next chapter we shall ask, once you've found your soil, how do you guard it from the weeds of the world?